already have enough time. I know that sounds wrong. Hear me out. The problem is not the hours, it is what happens inside the hours. Most people try to find more time. That is the wrong problem to solve. The right question is, why do the hours you already have keep getting swallowed before you get to the things that actually matter to you? 3 steps, no 4 a.m. wake up required. Let's go. Step 1. The priority look. Here is what most people do when they feel overwhelmed. They write a to-do list. I used to do this as well. I would end up with 14 things and no idea which one to start. So I would pick the easiest one and then look up and realize I had done a lot, just not the things that mattered. The to-do list is not the problem. The missing priority is. At the start of every week, ask yourself one question. What are the 3 things that if I did only these would move my life forward this week? Not 14. Just 3. Everything else goes around them. Most people spend their time on what is urgent instead of what is important. Their priority lock is your defense against that. Quick action. Right now, write down 3 things that actually matter to you this week. Not tasks, not errands, but the 3 things your future self will be grateful you did. But here's what kills the priority lock before it even starts. And it is something I got completely wrong for years. Step 2, the gap system. I used to think I needed big blocks of time to work on my goals. 2 hours, a clear evening, full energy, no interruptions. So I would wait for those conditions. They almost never came. Here's what I eventually figured out. You are not going to get long, uninterrupted blocks while building something around a full life. But you do have gaps. The 20 minutes before something starts, the lunch break that disappears into a scroll, the commute, the 10 minutes before you're too tired to function. Those gaps are not too small to matter. They are exactly the right size for the minimum input. Not the full project, one piece of it. Not the whole script, just one paragraph. Not the business plan, just one decision. The project I thought I needed 10 hours of focused work actually needed about 40 minutes of real decisions spread across a week. You do not need more time. You need to stop wasting the time you already have waiting for more of it. So quick action, identify one gap in your day. Tomorrow, assign it one minimum input. That is the gap system starting now. Drop a comment right now. Tell me the one goal that keeps getting pushed to next week. For me, it was content creation. Just name it one line. Writing it down is the first gap action. Your priority lock just activated. Let me be honest about where I'm coming from. I did everything society told me to do. I had an engineering degree. I was suspended. I came back. I got the dean's list, honors. I had 2 pages of volunteering, leadership, and work experience that took years to build. I spent the next 4 years in retail anyway, because the engineering jobs never came. And for years, I told myself, when I have more time, I will start building what I actually wanted to build, a personal brand. To help other people. When things settle down, when the schedule clears, things never settled. The schedule never cleared because the time was always there. I was just filling every gap, anything except the thing that actually mattered. I had the same hours, the same life, just different choices about what happens in the gap. That is the only thing that changed. Step 3, the Imperfect Day Protocol. And this is the step I have never seen another productivity video talk about. What happens when the system breaks? Because it will break. Life will interrupt. The gap you planned for will disappear. The emails, the text messages, your family, your work will call, and most people respond to a broken day the same way. They write the whole week off. One missed session becomes a month from now. The Imperfect Day Protocol stops the spiral in one move. When the day breaks, do not ask, why am I like this? Ask one question. What is the smallest thing I can still do today? Not the full session. The smallest thing that keeps the priority alive. 5 minutes on the document. One decision made, one paragraph written. For me, it was just writing one sentence for my script, just coming up with one title for my personal brand. That is it. It's not settling, that is engineering. Because the days you only do the minimum, you still showed up. You're reinforcing that identity. Perfect days are rare. Broken days are most of them. You do not need a perfect week. You need a system that survives an imperfect one. So the next time your day breaks, ask what is the smallest thing I can still do today? Do that one thing. That is the protocol working. You already have enough time, not to do everything, but just to do the things that actually matter. Progress beats perfection every single time. You do not need more hours. You need better decisions about the ones you already have. So let's recap. Priority lock, gap system, and Imperfect Day Protocol. Pick one, apply it today. Note next week. Today, if this hits, subscribe. No fluff, no hustle culture. Real systems from someone still building in the gap. Same as you. Check out the executor kit in the description below. It's free, link is there. And watch this next video. Making time is step 1. Step 2 is knowing what to focus on when you sit down. The video is on screen right now. And if you haven't done so already, comment below what is the one goal that keeps getting pushed to the next week. I reply to every single one. As always, let's grow together.